Hi dear audience, my name is Alexey. Today I'll tell you how to find options to trade. To be honest, it's easier than you think, so let's start. There are hundreds of assets in the market that may be interesting for trading. This is a large amount of information that needs to be analyzed every day to get ready for trading. This is especially important when trading options, when it's necessary to take into account not only the index's condition and certain stock charts, but also options prices and volatility. To speed up this process, we have created a number of indexes that extremely simplify the process of preparation for trading, make required calculations and the primary market analysis, and save time. One of such indexes is Alpha, which is included in the full version of the option screener. This indicator is applicable for options trading, and it was created to trade straddles and strangles, and search for market entry points and further options positions control. As an index of general option attractiveness, Alpha is good for trading in various market conditions, ranging from sideways trends and triangles to active directed market movements that are formed on the daily time frame. Alpha index lets identify assets that are currently noteworthy and may be interesting for options buying and selling. Let's talk about how to use the screener in the medium-term trading. First of all, we go to the OptionClue.com website and select Screener here. As you can see from this section, you can find the basic information about the screener, some examples of its application, and of course the screener itself. So, if we go to Option Screener, we may see the following. So the index of attractiveness alpha is displayed in the option screener in the comparative table, which also shows stock tickers, the last asset price at the time of index's calculation, and ATR, average true range, that is average intraday asset volatility. Low alpha values show the cheapest underlying options that are worth buying with the greatest movement potential. High index values indicate the most expensive underlying options that are worth selling, with the lowest movement potential. Alpha index is self-contained and can be used to analyze the general attractiveness of assets to buy and sell options and option combinations, straddles and strangles. At the same time, it's fair to ask how many stocks from the list are noteworthy and what index values can be considered high or vice versa low. The answers to these questions can be obtained empirically. According to our observations, the first 10 stocks in the top and bottom of the screener are the most interesting. These stocks are displayed in the section About Screener, Top 10. You can see here two tables, top 10 assets to buy options and top 10 assets to sell options. One should pay attention just to them and use that for more detailed analysis. In particular, the analysis of implied volatility, which is not taken into account in the calculation of index. The index values of these stocks stand out among the rest of the table we have seen earlier. That is, the options prices and market movement potential, as a rule, will be more attractive. Therefore, the probability of obtaining a positive result when trading options, including straddles and strangles, will be often much higher in comparison with the stocks from the middle of the list. Let's take an example of the option position opening according to the data of the screener. So, first of all, let's look at the table on the left. As we have already said, here are 10 most promising stocks to buy options with the greatest movement potential. Let's take, for example, an asset with an AGN ticker with the alpha value of 0.41 and see how you can open a position. We go to the trading platform Thinkorswim, and I'd like first to look at the price movement chart of this stock. To do this, we choose the section Charts. As we can see, the current price is 172.38. The market after a long-term bear trend stopped, and it is in a narrow price range now. In terms of technical analysis, the probability of market movement in this case in the near future in any direction is high. And the screen data indicates that this share is interesting to buy options at the moment. So we go to the option chain, choose the option type Straddle, then choose the option series, it's January 19th, the closest to the 3-month expiration, and choose the next strike price, that is $170, and click on the buy button. The cost of our straddle is $14.72. In the risk profile, we can see our option position break-even points that are equal to 184.73 and 155.31, which can be easily taken by this stock. Now let's look at the table on the right. Here are 10 most promising stocks to sell options with the lowest movement potential. Let's take for example an asset with an DE ticker with an alpha value of 2.68 and see how you can open a position. We go to the trading platform Thinkorswim, and I'd like first to look at the price movement chart of this stock. To do this, we choose the section Charts. As we can see, the current price is $148. The market is in the active uptrend since another resistance level was broken a few days ago. In terms of technical analysis, the probability of slowing the trend and the correction appearance increases. And the screener data indicates that this stock is interesting to sell options at the moment. So we go to the option chain, choose the option type Straddle or Strangle. Let's take Strangle this time. Then choose the options series, it's January 19th, it's the closest to the 3-month expiration. And choose the next strike prices, that is $150 and $145. And click on the sell button. At the bottom we can see our strangle combination values. In the risk profile we can see our option position break-even points that are equal to $139 and $155. After these actions, we have just monitor our options positions, manage them if necessary, and close them in time. So, let's sum up everything about the screener. All the actions for opening a position took about 5 minutes. That, you may agree, is not much time, especially when it comes to options trading. That is, the screener is designed for options traders who value their time. It does the work for you, which would take several hours. With this tool, you will find new trading ideas based on the simple principle: buying cheap options or selling expensive ones. You have a chance to meet real options even if you have a negative experience with binary options that have nothing to do with options trading and that are directed against a trader. Alpha Index is a simple and efficient tool for finding stocks that can be interesting for underlying options trading at the moment. The index values can be sorted ascending and descending, choosing the highest or lowest values. Minimum alpha values indicate the cheapest options when the related assets have the greatest movement potential. The maximum values indicate the most expensive options when the related assets have the lowest movement potential. To determine the most interesting stocks, one should analyze the screener data beginning from the upper and lower part of the list according to the goals that a trader sets. You can find the most attractive shares from the 1st to the 10th position both in the upper and lower part of the table. Stocks from the middle of the list can become the future participants of the top, and you can hardly find something interesting among them now. Alpha index values ranging from 0.75 and lower indicate the attractiveness of purchases, and you can find very interesting opportunities for entering the market. Opposite index values ranging from 2.5 and higher indicate the attractiveness of short positions. As an additional filter, it's recommended to use implied volatility. If alpha index is low and implied volatility is around 6-12-month lows, it can be an excellent buying opportunity. The best signals for selling options are formed when the stock is in the alpha top and implied volatility is around 6-12 months highs.